Greetings everybody. So in this class we are continuing with the first chapter of economics semester 1, economics major semester 1, Delhi University Daron Acemoglu's textbook of microeconomics. The first chapter we had done with the introduction part in the previous class, and here in this class we'll be completing this chapter. So we're starting with the three principles of economics. First, let's see what are these three principles. So by this time you have a sense of what economics is. Study of choices, study of the human behavior, its consequences on the society. But let's see what distinguishes it from other social sciences like anthropology, history, political science, psychology, sociology. So what makes economics different from them? All social sciences study human behavior. Economics is also studying human behavior. So other than other social science subjects, what is extra in economics? So there are three principles. First one is optimization. Optimization means picking the best feasible option, best practical option, given whatever information, it can be limited, okay, given whatever choices, picking the best option from that. You'll be having a limited information, knowledge, experience and training, but with all these you are picking your best choice, best option from a bunch of options. Economists believe that economic agents try to optimize, that is, try to take their best option, but sometimes they make mistakes. Humans make mistakes, that's it. That is optimization. People make choices that are motivated by calculations of benefits and cost. You can note down these points, okay? Then you have equilibrium. Okay, equilibrium is the special situation in which everyone is simultaneously optimizing. Everyone is picking their best option. So nobody would benefit personally by changing his or her own behavior, given the choices of others. Okay, so third one is empiricism. It is the analysis that uses data, evidence-based analysis. Economists use data to develop theories, to test theories, to evaluate the success of different government policies, and to determine what is causing things to happen in the world. Okay, that is the consequences of choices. What is causing things to happen in the world? Now coming in detail. Optimization. I have marked here Roman letter 1 because the above small definitions also are part of this note. So you can, instead of writing it again, I just marked the Roman 1. So optimization is feasible options are those that are available and affordable to an economic agent, to an consumer, to a parent, which school is good as the parent can afford the tuition fee, or for the government, which policy is best for their citizens. The concept of feasibility goes beyond the financial budget of the agent. The concept of feasibility goes beyond the financial budget of the agent because it also includes time. It is not practical for one to work more than 24 hours a day. It is not feasible for a man to attend physically a meeting in New York at the same time to attend a meeting in Beijing. So it's not all about finance, it's also about the time. It's about the practicality. Any decision can depend only on the information available at the time of the choice. Say you are investing in stock market, the very tomorrow the market might crash, but you don't know At this point of time, you don't know if the market crash or booms. So you invest your money with the available knowledge that about this particular stock, how they are working, how they are doing. That is with the information available at the time of the choice is where you depend to make your decision to invest in the stock or not. Or you are planning a trip to Delhi or to Goa. At this point of time, the information that you have is that the weather is good, the climate is good, everything is good, and you travel there. The very next day, it rained heavily. You couldn't enjoy your vacation, enjoy your trip. So that means you were not aware that the very next day it would rain or not. The forecast was not available, weather forecast was not on that. So the present day the weather was good, so you just made your decision to travel to Goa. But unfortunately, the very next day it rained heavily. So it is not with you. Future is not with you. It's what with you is only the available information at this point of time when you choose, when you decide. Okay. So optimization means you outweigh the information that you have, not that you perfectly foresee the future. You cannot perfectly foresee the future. You just utilize the information that you have at the time of making decision. When someone chooses the best feasible option, given the information that is available, economists say that the decision maker is being rational. Rational actions doesn't require a crystal ball. It just need a logical appraisal of the cost, benefit, and risk that are known to the economic agents. So letting a drunk friend of you drive is a suboptimal choice. It's not a good choice. You may reach safely the destination, fortunately. That is only because that you are lucky, despite the bad decision. The quality of initial decision is checked, not the outcome. You reached safely in the destination is not because of the decision. It is because of your lucky. Okay. When an individual fails to choose the best feasible option, prescriptive economic analysis can help them realize their mistakes and make better choices in the future. Like an advisor, a stock market advisor can give you a best advice on where you should invest your savings, because they have more knowledge than you on stock market. What we optimize varies from person to person, group to group. Most firms, speaking of firms, they try to maximize profits, but most people are not trying to maximize their personal income. If they are trying to maximize their personal income, they might work for 80 hours a week, or they would have worked post retirement. Yes, rarely there are some people like that, but it does not apply for the majority. Most households are trying to maximize overall well-being, which involves a mix of income, leisure time, health, and a host of other factors like social networks, sense of purpose in life. Most governments optimize a complex mix of policy goals. For most economic agents, optimization is more than money. Next is trade-off and budget constraints. An economic agent faces a trade-off when the agent needs to give up one thing to get something else. Economists use budget constraint to quantify trade-off. Budget constraint shows the bundles of goods or services that a consumer can choose given her limited budget. So it's not only about finance, it's also about money. If you're having 5 hours, You can use this 5 hours for scrolling Instagram or for studying. So you may use the whole 5 hours for studying, you may use whole 5 hours for Instagram, or just 1 hour for Instagram, 4 hours for studying, like that. It can vary. Next is opportunity cost, the most important concept of one of the most important concept of economist. Opportunity cost is the best alternative use of a resource. Enormous number of activities that might get squeezed out when you surf the web, like you may study, you may play, you may dance, you may listen to music. All these are squeezed out for you to surf in internet. So all these hobbies are the opportunity cost of surfing in internet. You implicitly sacrifice time on some alternative activities when you spend time surfing web. As we in the beginning of this chapter we discussed on Facebook, the same concept. Evaluating trade-off is difficult because so many options under consideration. Economists tend to focus on the best alternative activity, that is opportunity cost. If you're having the same time, same quantity wood, and you're having two things, if you're a for a woodworker, he is having two options, whether to build a sculpture, whether to construct a sculpture, or whether to make a bowl. If the woodworker's first choice is the sculpture and second choice is bowl, the bowl is the opportunity cost of making sculpture. Next is assigning a monetary value to an opportunity cost. OC, opportunity cost. One way to estimate the monetary value of an hour of your time is to analyze consequences of taking a part-time job or working additional hours at part-time job you already have. A job has many attributes other than wage you paid. Unpleasant task, rude boss, training, unfriendly co-working. Next is cost-benefit analysis. It is a calculation that identifies the best alternative by summing benefits and subtracting cost, with both benefits of cost and denominated in common unit of measurement, like dollars. Net benefit is the sum of benefits of choosing an alternative minus the sum of the cost of choosing that alternative. Every time you cannot measure things in the same quantity when it comes to a rude boss, unpleasant task, unpleasant workers, training and all. You just calculate your mental happiness, mental satisfaction of these things. And of course, traveling, the cost of traveling to this particular location of the job, then your food, accommodation and everything you may calculate. So it depends. You can read the examples in the textbook. It's not that important to read out the examples. You can understand it by yourself. To an economist, cost-benefit analysis and optimization are the same thing when you pick the option with greatest net benefits. Okay, optimization, because everything you cannot calculate the cost and benefit. Picking the option with greatest net benefit, you are optimizing. So cost-benefit analysis is useful for normative economic analysis. It enables an economist to determine what an individual or a society should do. In many cases, cost-benefit analysis correctly predicts the choices made by actual consumer. Next important principle of economics is equilibrium. Your whole semester will be dependent on this. Okay. All humans try to optimize. Other people's behavior will influence what you decide to do. Economists think of the world as a large number of economic agents who are interacting and influencing one another's efforts and optimization. Efforts at optimization. You may write the definition here. I have marked Roman letter 2. So, for example, the price of gasoline is $2 per gallon. Gasoline market is in equilibrium. So there are three conditions that the market is already satisfied, as the market is in equilibrium. Amount of gasoline produced by gasoline sellers, that is oil companies, equals the amount of gasoline purchased by buyers. Oil company will only operate wells where they extract oil and produce gasoline at a cost that is less than market price of gasoline, $2 per gallon. The buyers of gasoline the buyers of gasoline will only use it for activities that are worth at least $2 per gallon, and they won't use it for activities that are worth less than $2 per gallon. All these three statements combined, these choices produce equilibrium. Next is in equilibrium, there is a problem of free rider. So in equilibrium, it is predicted that when people live in large groups, they will have messier apartments than if the same people each had their own apartments. Roommates who leave the cleaning to others are an example of something that economists call free rider problem. You rented a flat, 5 of your friends, 2 are not ready to clean, only 3 are cleaning. You are not sharing the works of that particular flat or apartments. That means the other 2 are the problem that we speak as free rider problem. They are not ready to contribute. People's private benefits are sometimes out of sync with public interest. The same applies to public. Some people will not pay taxes but also enjoy the highways, roads, hospital facilities, everything that are done by government in return of the tax earned from the public. Okay, but some of the people who are enjoying these facilities might have not paid tax, might have done something illegally, but they are also enjoying these facilities. So when people interact, each individual might do what's best for herself or himself instead of acting in a way that optimizes the well-being of society. Equilibrium analysis helps design special institution, financial contracts to reduce or eliminate this free riding problem. That is, if we speak of the flat, there are 5 people. May the 5 people, like these 5 students or friends, take $5 or rupees, we may say 100 rupees per week. So there is 500 rupees and they can hire a servant to clean the flat. So all the flatmates have contributed equally. Next important principle of economics is empiricism. Empiricism is that economists test their ideas with data to determine whether our theories about human behavior, that is optimization and equilibrium, matches up with actual human behavior. To understand what is causing things, that is high temperature causes people to go to swim, not swimming. Swimming does not cause temperature to rise, but rise in temperature causes the people to go for swimming. This is an easy example. But again, if we speak of another one, that is people being smart, they goes to college. It is not, the being smart is not the sole reason for people to go attend college. It can be the reason like their love for reading, their love for just listening classes. They might not be smart, but they love to listen classes. So majority of the decisions are hard to untangle. The cause and effect of a decision are hard to untangle. So with empiricism, with data, they test like why people choose to go to college instead of some other part-time jobs or any jobs. Why people, what are the majority of people who love for reading, that is a reading club, attends what degree in college, like that. Okay, they test with the data available. So the last part is economics good for you. It's not economist, it is economics. We can sum all these things here. It is your part to write this, like what you have, the essence of economics that you have known now by this time. You can write a conclusion of the whole chapter. Learning economics helps you to make good choices, and I believe that is the biggest benefit of studying economics. Okay, so that's it with the first chapter. After completing the whole book, we'll try to we'll try to complete the backside questions as well. So in next class we can start with the second chapter, which is dealing with models, data, causation, correlation. It is a very simple chapter. It is also somewhat like an introductory chapter. Till that time, bye. Happy learning.